Where the unsigned go to get heard. QSJ Radio.
We are home to the unsigned artist. If you have other expectations, look elsewhere. We are at war all the time. Our weapon is Madluh.
Big shout out to everybody listening, tuned in to QSJRadio.com, home to the unsigned artists. I got the homie Little A with me. What up, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's good?
I got DJ Franchise in the back. What up?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
So what I'm going to do right here is going to be a little bit different because this is not an artist. This is actually a radio DJ I know from Sugar Water Radio. Make sure you guys look that shit up right now because you're going to be impressed. And not only that, the longevity they've been doing. I think we've been following each other for a few years now.
Few years, man. It's been a minute, man.
A decade or something like that.
Real talk. It's
yes.
been a minute.
Let's go. And then I'm just gonna get frustrated, like usual. So because it's a crazy time. And I'm gonna start this off. I did a live earlier this morning. I caught on to a fire track. So instead of like throwing people that we know and you know and stuff like that, I'm gonna give these unsigned artists a shot. And maybe if you feeling them too, you could give them some love coming from where you're at.
Most stuff.
I don't got this song. Do I got this shit? Yo, man, I'm bugging. Yeah, here it is. The homie's called Notes 82. And this song is called No Justice on QSJRadio.com. Brought to you by Sugar Water Radio right now. So shout out to Sugar Water Radio. Make sure you guys check them out.
Yeah, power to the people. Notes 82. I need y'all to listen real close to this. Pay attention. They'll never catch me slipping. Hands in the air, these cops is really on a mission. Cams on the dash, don't give a fuck about your feelings. Stand your ground, law, you see that shit is meant to kill us. Power to the people, look you slinging, then I'm pitching. Words from my soul, I got an illmatic.
Hold on. Let me fix my volume. My man got a little fire on that one.
Yo, you saw that? You heard that?
There's no hate. Play that back. Let me give my vibe right now.
Fuck it, leave the mic on.
Notes 82. I need y'all to listen real close to this. Pay attention.
When I listen to music, I go in, kid. Let's go.
They'll never catch me slipping. Hands in the air, these cops is really on a mission. Cams on the dash, don't give a fuck about your feelings. Stand your ground, law, you see that shit is meant to kill us. Power to the people, look you slinging, then I'm pitching. Words from my soul, I got an illmatic vision. Big had a dream, Pac really caught attention. Time to give it up, you see the flow is still different. Friends plotting jokes, you see I had to make decisions. Came from the bottom, look the curb is just my vision. Concrete jungle like Nip, I'm more distinguished. Give the people truth and then they'll rip your soul to pieces. Time to give it up, I see the hate is more contagious. Really not concerned cause your mind is
hold on.
Lies being told like you still say.
That's what I do, man. That's why you do what you do. You gotta put on that Superman cape for that independence.
I try to tell them, but they don't listen, man.
That's fire right there.
But I'm gonna turn off your mic. I'm gonna turn off your mic here in a second. No, I can't do it. Franchise in the building. Little A in the building. We out here. Notes 82. This one right here.
Hands in the air, these cops is really on a mission.
Woo.
Cams on the dash, don't give a fuck about your feelings. Stand your ground, law, you see that shit is meant to kill us. Power to the people, look you slinging, then I'm pitching. Words from my soul, I got an illmatic vision. Big had a dream, Pac really caught attention. Time to give it up, you see the flow is still different. Friends plotting jokes, you see I had to make decisions. Came from the bottom, look the curb is just my vision. Concrete jungle like Nip, I'm more distinguished. Give the people truth and then they'll rip your soul to pieces. Time to give it up, I see the hate is more contagious. Really not concerned cause your mind is more vacant. Lies being told like we still segregated. My give it up vibe, no peace, I'm about to take it. Yeah. Where y'all at? Power to
okay.
People. Stand the fuck up. We about to riot out here. They doing us wrong out here, man. What y'all gonna do about it? You gonna stand up? reality hits you. It's something about political issues created to get you, or leave you on your block with this pistol. Tear through your tissues, won't even shed a tear when they miss you. Society's issue, send us overseas with the missiles. It's time for a breakthrough. Time to take the chains off our ankle. The system can break you. Free because our people was labeled. Dishonor can change you. Have you with the gun at your navel. Now he's disabled. All because his mental is hate you and sipping his Grey Goose. Rather have the mind of an angel. Visions are able. Seems like every cop is unstable. These bullets can take you and wonder why there's blood on your table. The family can break you. Leave you in the coma unstable. They ready to face you. Find out that your brother did hate you and life is a cradle. We'd rather live our lives in a sable. Nothing can break you unless you want the Father to take you. So tell me why we gotta die. Tell me why we gotta cry.
Where the fuck y'all at? We need to stand up for what's right out here. Yeah.
Back to the message at hand. My message, my plan. Bring the streets together. One mission, one stand. I'm really from the ghetto, but a one-man band. I'm all about the struggle, but it's time to give it back. Time to give you truth. Time to give you real. Black Hill Ave. I'm with Nico. Where's your stoop? Cause niggas got a dream, but they scared to get the loot. Brothers hating hard, but they never read a book. Youngins getting high, but that medicine is push. Time to get a job. No excuses. You should look. Your life is like a movie. At the end, death your look. You shook, then look. Defeat your Facebook. The world is full of dreams, opportunities, and all. Brothers screaming progress, what we focused on the fall. You're wrong. I see our future's actually strong. I finally see a change, now just listen to this song.
Yeah. I just want to tell my people out there, man, we are done wrong on a daily basis. And you know what? It's time to stand up and do something about it. These cops are shooting people down in these streets of color. And you know what? I don't like it. You shouldn't like it either. So we gonna stand up. We gonna ride out here till everything is done the way it's supposed to be. Notes 82. Shit. New York City is under new management.
Let me find out that Facebook done blocked us. Okay, so we're gonna
That's why I don't like Facebook, man.
Man, that shit is crazy, man. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Sugarwater CEO in the building. Little A is in the building. With your boy Traffic Light. Franchise, man. We've known each other for a long time. Introduce yourself to the people while I go and share the shit out of nowhere.
All right, what up, man? You know what it is, man. This is your boy DJ Franchise from Sugarwater Radio. Also, the Brooklyn Bully. Also, Global Grinds Bully. Also, I'm just everywhere. And now I'm here right now rocking with my boy about to get it in. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing right now.
So
that was real tough. That was concrete music right there.
It was, man. It was.
That's that New York. I hear that. That's NYC right there.
He's out there in Brooklyn, so you know.
Oh, I heard it already. You're talking to the Brooklyn Bully. I know when I hear Brooklyn music.
Shout out to everybody listening in, man. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Exclusive interview with Sugarwater Radio. You know, he's been doing this thing for a long time, DJing, rocking out clubs internationally, running into successful the Sugarwater's been around 12
years, man.
Something crazy, man. So we've been around, you know, when it was only Shoutcast and then Shoutcast shut down. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we've been around where you had to send a link and that was it. The numbers.
They don't know about that.
The numbers.
They don't know about that.
They're like, yo, that shit look like you about to infect my fucking computer. But you know, at the end of the day, that was the only way, and you had to find another way to chat. It was crazy. What was that? Minicam is out.
Minicams.
Man, that was the
horrible
best.
Back then.
That was the best thing though. I'm gonna tell you something right now. But Little A's in the building. What's up?
Yo, what's up?
You want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself if you don't?
All right. So Lil A, 13.
Don't worry, he'll get back into it.
Yeah.
He's the future. That's what that is. That's the future speaking.
Future.
He the future, man. And you know, Little A been doing his own little thing for a little bit, and you know, he got his own life stories, which is crazy. And it's not like I could tell it, you know. He got his own view of what the fuck he went through, you know, and stuff like that. So, but we here to talk about a lot of things. Unfortunately, everybody that is loving us on Facebook, they have shut us down for, and I see that we're not the only people, so that's kind of cool. Because
you know they're shutting everybody down because everybody's using a lot of that streamer.
Yeah, like come on, man, like that shit is getting crazy. And yeah, I get it. You know, these people are here for the first time. For the first time. They don't know about these good and bad days. They don't know about, how bad it is to get shut down or even copyright. You try to monetize your stuff and you can't because you don't got licensing and stuff like that.
And that right there is bull. That right there is a lot of bull too, because you're not selling anything.
Yes.
You're not selling anything. You're streaming it. So if it's not being sold, you're allowed to play what you want. That's like you buying that music, you know what I'm saying, and you playing it.
Yeah.
That's the control they have. See, and that's what I'm trying to show people. I'm trying to show the independents what they're doing. They control certain things, man, and it's real because they shut you down for a reason. Don't ever think they don't see what you're doing. They don't see the numbers. You've been around too long for them not to know what you've been doing. So that song right now is not even a major song like that for you to be shut down.
Yeah.
They're shutting you down because they don't want that traffic. They don't want me talking right now. That's the real talk. I'm just gonna be real with it, because that video that I put up also didn't get the hits that it got, but got hits on different platforms. So I'm like, yo, they know what it is. They know what it is, man.
Hey, so and we're gonna bring up that video here in a second, but franchise man, for real, let's talk about this this thing where this is about the unsigned, protecting them or getting them to the next level. Like this is for real what we really do. And these cats are coming out of nowhere. They get a little buzz and taking advantage of the artists. So without saying names, because I want that video to say it, I know that's not the only person that we came across. It's just one of the biggest levels. Which is it's just ridiculous. So what do you find is the most discouraging part of not only being an unsigned artist DJ, because we do kind of represent them, and what are we dealing with here? What ticks you off, bro? Like,
well, what ticks me off is guys like me and you who are DJs that really do the job. We ain't getting the respect that we're supposed to be getting because you leave out the DJ. You know what I'm saying? You never leave out the DJ. The DJ is the one that's going to bless your joint and pass that around and play them in the clubs. Like, that's one of the things when I was traveling to Vancouver and doing parties and stuff like that, I played new music because that's the job of a DJ. The job of a DJ is to break new music, not to play what everybody's hearing because that's what the radio is pumping. No. When I was young, man, I grew up listening to Wu-Tang. I grew up watching these dudes. I lived right next to them. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the job of a DJ, is to find that new joint that no one got and be like, yo, you heard this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 40-something years old. Real talk, man. I've been around the block where I remember the first time I heard Slick Rick. I was a little kid in the back of a camp bus. Nobody knew who Slick Rick was. So the first time everybody heard that children's story, we were just like, damn, what is this? That became the hit of the summer back in the days.
Yeah.
But that DJ broke that. He got on radio and was like, yo, this has never been played before. You know what I'm saying? That right there takes me off. Like, if you don't got the DJ, man, you ain't going nowhere.
So DJ Franchise in the building. We've known each other. We're gonna mention this a lot because we've seen a lot of DJs that we just wish they fell off because they have. I don't know if you ever had this, but I had an incredible amount of animosity towards K Slay. I had it. I did. Like, K Slay was like that dude that everybody believed that you needed to pass in order to make. But then when you start getting really involved in this shit, you find out that he ain't nothing but a snake, and he's the one that invested the most to create this shit. Now, he does put a lot of people on, but it does cost. That's the problem that I have, because people don't understand. DJs don't make a lot of bread. They don't sit there and make bread. They're on a platform that could probably make or break their career, and
absolutely
they utilize whatever it is that the radio expects them to do, which is bring them money. You got to bring the station money. Your job is to continually have ratings on the show. That's your job. And I think that the unsigned artists believe that when the DJ has that much clout, that he's their way in. How do you feel about that?
I mean, listen, man, because you touching something right there.
Hey, it's all good. You can disagree.
No, it is what it is. You know, K Slade, we go back with K Slade and Sugar Water Radio. In fact, K Slade, he actually tried to stop one of our shows because one of the artists came to our station before K Slade. You know what I'm saying? And then got on our station and tried to downplay internet radio. But now internet radio is the biggest thing, because Hot 97 wasn't doing it at the time. So he picked the fuck with the bully early and say, what's Sugar Water Radio? This internet shit ain't nothing. FM is where it's at. But now you're doing what we're doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So not only that, let me just say this, because you made a very valid point. He's not a DJ. Yeah, he got y'all fooled. This is an illusion.
Yes.
Don't ever get it twisted, because if I told you mixtapes that I did behind the scenes, if I told you the mixtapes I did behind the scenes and people just yelling and screaming, I'm telling you right now, like, he ain't a real DJ.
Nope.
Yeah, and now he, you know, later on he picked up the skills. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But really, like you said, he has a job. He's a DJ for a radio station. But you know, he's one of those DJs. It's called payola. It's called payola, and it's illegal. It's illegal to do. And a lot of these radio stations, they don't even know. So, you know, when you probably have the same stories. You sit and talk to the artists. They spend like 20 grand to go up there. They get snuck upstairs.
Yep.
The music ain't playing in full rotation.
Nope.
But what they get out of that 20 grand, what? Instagram pictures? That's all you get. You got Instagram pictures for $20,000.
And you know, we're not talking to the artists like, you know, like we mad at y'all. We just kind of mad at the DJs for downplaying y'all, for real. And not only that, the rest of you guys who are kind of like don't even have the credentials to even be part of that kind of situation, where you're asking anybody for money to put them in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Look,
no doubt. First of all, before we even go in on this,
okay,
I know you got a whole bunch of people tuned in right now. What I want y'all to do, real talk. If you're an independent artist right now, go tap your boy right now. Go tap your boy and get him on this station. Because we going to talk, man. This is going to be real for real. This is about your career. So stop being selfish, because that's what we say in Sugar Water Radio. Tell 5 friends right now. Hit them up and like, yo, I think you need to tune in. Ain't nobody doing nothing right now. We all in quarantine. And this is we about to go in. So tell 5 friends right now and get on this, because we're going to talk. Because it's not your fault.
Nope.
It's not your fault.
Nope.
These DJs know it.
So so this is the thing, right? So it started getting a little bit aggravating for me. But let me chime in the kid here, because he's on the show, right? So this is my question to you, and maybe Franchise will come up with something to ask you real here in a second. But when you first of all, how's the way that you listen to new music?
So I got like a Spotify thing, right? It's like Release Radar, or it says Discover Weekly. It's just stuff they're recommended for me on the type of music that I listen to. So it's either new music that comes out, or it's music that it's like relates to what I find out, what I listen to. So that's basically how I find out new songs.
So you're using the Spotify algorithm playlisting. That's what it's called right now. Okay, so when you stream, that stream, depending on the artist, that goes to them, depending on their deal or whatever that is going on. How many times a day do you think that you have asked me, have you heard of this artist?
7.
7 times a day. So you have heard new music as you, and you know, you and your friends probably listen to the same music, right?
sort of. They say I listen to like I listen to pretty much different music than them because I listen to different artists, so it attracts me to different like types of other artists that relate to the same concept of music and genre and stuff, which yeah, so I listen to sort of different music, but we sort of listen to the same topic, I guess you could say. So yeah.
Alright, so for me, Frances, I don't know if you could hear everything that he's saying.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you got to understand, a lot of people don't understand this, man. Like you said, it's an algorithm. Yep. That thing is brainwashing him. It's a way of programming. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to I'm just telling you what's going on with this younger generation.
Yeah.
Because that dude that you just played ain't going to pop up in your playlist. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that track right there ain't going to pop up in your playlist because, number one, they favor artists that are really signed. Yes. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And number two, if you got a chance to listen to the music that you just pushed, you got to understand that that's about to knock somebody else down for being a professional.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling everybody, y'all don't understand, this music game is so small. It's so small. Like everybody, like I said in my video, Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that, whatever. There's artists right now that are way better than Jay-Z. There's artists right now that are way better than Beyonce. But the difference is that label has the money to make sure that the algorithm's going to talk to that young dude. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to understand he's not getting that music. In fact, I tell all my people, like I told my daughter the same thing. Yo, you want to find out new artists? You're gonna have to soul search. Do what we did back in school. You know what I mean? We got that mixtape and we found out who's who, and then we followed them. That's how we got 50 Cent. That's how we got Mobb Deep. That's how you got Wu-Tang. The labels didn't give you an algorithm so you would go out and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they're not getting the real independence that you're supposed to be getting.
All right, so I'm gonna bring it back to little A. He's listening in real quick, and the something that he said about it being a brainwash. Do you feel like maybe that might be the situation going on, or is it your type of music that you're listening to right now?
Well, like I understand, and I kind of would say yeah, it's a brainwash, cause like some of the things like. It's like, I think like heavy metal popped up on my, like that thing, and I'd listen to nothing related to heavy metal. It was like Ozzy Osbourne or something.
Exactly. They're gonna actually push that for his sales, because if he has a new project, they're gonna throw that in. That's the algorithm that he, what y'all talking about.
And it puts a lot of other artists in their new songs, or because they're trying to push them. So I would understand what he's saying with brainwash. Yet I also like find out new music that kind of relates to it. So I'd say it's like they try to do it secretly, I guess you would say. So put some songs that are like what you would listen to normally, and then you put like some random song that relates nothing to you that starts having
like, that's just fine. Basically, you're trying to take a break from what you're listening to, so you throw in some random ass shit. And that's something that I use that in my show, because you know what I mean? What is it? When I know that we got some gutter hip hop stars coming in, and then I got an R&B singer in the back, just like live shows when they come into the air and they go on a thing. What happens is they kill the show because you just took a break from all this gutter shit. So I get what you're saying, but Ozzy Osbourne for real?
Yes.
Like that's what you be listening to?
Well, it like it'll have like playlists with certain artists. So
shout out to Ozzy coming in. So Mike 40 on YouTube, he says, I never get artists that I never heard of on my Spotify, just the usual artists.
Exactly. Like, people gotta understand, like, if you're an independent artist, they are making you chase your tail.
Yeah.
They're making you chase your tail. Okay? Because the industry knows you don't have the bread. You don't have the bread to get what you need. So that makes that group this small.
Yeah.
Like I said, also they make you chase your tail because how many albums do you have? Did you even promote the one song? You don't need to promote an album. You need to promote one song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there is no more CDs being sold. There's nobody's downloading. Ask him when was the last time he paid for a download.
You can ask him right here.
What was the last time you paid for a download?
A download of a song?
Yeah.
Like, never.
An album.
I haven't paid for one.
And there you go. And he's 13, so my daughter was saying the same thing. So how do you get people like Cardi B getting awards for downloads? If he's not downloading and paying for that, and my daughter ain't paying for that, which is the future of this music.
Yeah.
How you getting those downloads?
So shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. We're talking to Sugar Water Radio CEO, also music real estate CEO. He's in the building. He goes by the name DJ Franchise Levine. We've been following each other for a decade or more.
AKA the Black Jew. That's what they call
the Black Jew is in the building. And shalom, by the way. So the thing is like I came across a video that Franchise went ahead and did with his super light skinned self, and I said, okay, you know that he's spitting that thing. It was the first 1 minute he caught my attention. I'm angry about certain situations. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this real quick, but I'm gonna get to this thing about this algorithm before we do that. I just want everybody to understand the reason that Franchise is here with us and talking to us is because we've been watching this shit for a long time, and now your favorite fucking DJ is out there utilizing these free platforms and asking you for bread for what? What are they really about to do for you? They're taking your bread, and there's people in platforms that shouldn't even be there. And that's not even hate. That's just because they shouldn't even be there, and they're taking your child support bread. They're taking they taking their grocery money. Come on, man. You know half of these artists when they fucking out here on the grind, they don't have money. They don't have money. They probably pocket about $20 to $30 just in case they got to go to a club venue so they could get a drink. And they could, you know, perform whatever they got to do. And they, you know, bumming everybody's cigarettes. You know, they're like, I've seen it all. You know what I mean? I think I was one of them dudes. Like, yo, you got one? Like, but before we get into that, so we talking to Little A too, and Little A is here. He's talking about because he's giving this insight. Because if you guys don't understand, the young are the ones listening to the music. All right, they're the ones that are keeping this thing going. We are trying to find the next one and utilize the things that we've done and the people that we've known to put you in the right direction. And sometimes we don't even ask for bread. Sometimes we don't do none of that because they're friends. And if they're friends, we don't need to take so many pictures with them. They're friends, and if they want to look out, they're gonna look out. If they're gonna charge you, well, they're in a position to charge you because needless to say, they could break themselves if they take you into their position and you fuck their name up. But I have yet to find somebody who could fucking, you know, that I can bypass the bullshit and hand them to my resources because they always lacking something. You know, what is it about these unsigned artists that they constantly are lacking that you cannot introduce them to the people you know?
They need to do their homework, man. They need to learn about the history of the game. Everybody thinks they can just buy equipment at Sam Ash and become a rapper. You know what I mean? You also got to do the homework. You gotta learn the history. And you know, being a DJ like you and myself, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't bring them around those dudes that are really about that music. You know what I mean? They don't have the knowledge. They're not ready.
You know, there's a lot of homework that these dudes got to do.
It is though.
It's like kindergarten to fucking the end of college. It's not no fucking.
But you know what? If you want to be pro, go ask any athlete. Ask any athlete. You want to be a pro? What do? They watch the people that became before them, and that's from kindergarten all the way up to pro. There's just rules to this, man. There's just rules to this. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that this internet has everybody fooled. You know, like I said, the man behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that are really studying illusion because you can do it.
That's crazy. That's so true though. Little A. When you are approached by unsigned artists or coming, because we had some events and sometimes you talk to these people yourselves. Yeah. What are some things that you're expecting an artist to understand already?
I want them to understand, like, or I expect them to understand about, like, people not. I expect them to have a humble self, I guess, even though everybody thinks they're top, everyone thinks. I expect them to, like, have that sort of, like, they gotta make good, they think they have good music, yet they understand that people might not like them. Or I need them to, like, have a good persona and know things about what they're doing, because not knowing anything about what you're doing is just gonna, like, make you look dumb. Because, like, you're just gonna be like, yeah, and then you're gonna start talking about, someone's gonna bring up, like, the latest dead rapper and be like, oh, how did this person inspire you? And you're gonna be like, who's that again? And then you're gonna look dumb because you're not in for 100%. You're just, like, trying to do your own thing when you gotta be totally involved with everything that's around you, so then you can put it all together and make it.
Big shout out to the homie Little A, man. I'm gonna give him a little applause for that because that came from the youngin', you know what I'm saying? I mean, what else?
Little A, that's Little A / Future.
Little Future.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna call him, Little A / Future.
He ain't taking my mic, I'll tell you that. Nah. But no, for real, like, this is nothing coached or anything like that. This is how he's always been since he was able to talk. So is nothing. But for me, from what I'm expecting the artist always to understand is whatever you guys have been saying, all put it together. Yes, you need to know the homework. Yes, you need to know the industry. You need to know what's popping right now. You need to know what's not popping anymore. You need to know how to check people's credentials. You need to figure out where the hell your money is really going. You know, the only thing that I feel artists should be really invested in is people who actually went to school for sounding, and actually people who actually went to school or even aspiring videographers, because it's a video game too. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you can't reach that level of reaching to the higher limit because you haven't received a viral or a buzz or any kind of situation like that, I expect artists to be able to present themselves digitally, have that humbleness like Little A was talking about. Their homework that I believe that they should always have is, who are you really reaching out to? Because if you are tagging artists to show love to you, you have to understand that artists are always going to be in that competition mind state. They don't give a fuck about what's going on with you unless you find out that they're about to drop a record label or a distribution or something like that. You really shouldn't even be fucking with them like that, because now they got all these kind of deals that you're not even making money. You just under somebody's wing, basically. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much. It's just so much that I keep trying to tell these cats. Like, first of all, shout out to Little A. That's one of the biggest things. Being humble is one of the biggest things. Let me see. Who the hell's calling me? Hello? Who it is? Bird Boy. I'm on the air right now. Yeah, tune in. YouTube, QSJ Radio. All right, fam. One.
My man taking personal calls. What's good?
No, you take calls too, man. You know what I mean?
All the time.
So man. tell people about these conversations that you have. Of course, we can't say names and shit like that.
No. First of all, like I said, I started a company called Music Real Estate. I did that with a couple of my friends for many years, doing internet radio and all that. So I got to interview with a lot of celebrities and learn from a lot of celebrities, being behind the scene from college radio all the way into now. You know what I mean? So talking to a lot of these artists, I mean, Little A got it right. They got to be humble. You got to come into this game humble. You know what I'm saying? But then on the other side, you also got to understand the homework that's involved with being an artist. You know what I mean? Like, we just heard a crazy track from a dude from New York. You can tell that guy from New York knows his homework, and I'm going to tell you why. The beat that he wrote on, that's called a boom bap beat. That's a 90s track.
Yep.
He did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Listen to his lyrical content. He studied somebody for that. It sounds like the Roots to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know, but I can
find
tell,
out.
You know, from being around the game for a long time and understanding where he might have picked that style up from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's done his homework, and you could tell by the music. You could tell why the music is hot, because he's done the homework. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important. Like, these artists gotta really do the homework. But then you also said a very important thing too, is artists, man, you gotta understand and get a real good look on where your money's going. That's very important. I mean, D, you kind of open it up, because you spending that money, but you don't know where it's going. You're no different than the clown that went up to Hot 97, got played from K-Slay. You understand what I'm saying? You're no different. Then you want to complain later that, this dude, took my bread. And those are the stories that I get. You got to understand, so when I made music real estate, I made it where I give a real shot to an independent artist, where I go and fight for the independent artist. I take their money and I put it in the right places. Meaning, if I put it on Hot 97, I ain't talking to K-Slay or Funkmaster Flex. We talking to the program director. And the program director says, hey, shut up K-Slay and shut up Funkmaster Flex. I pay you. You gonna play what we pay for, what we have. This is what your job is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's what we do. People don't understand that that's the real business of this game. Everybody's doing what they want to do, but you're not getting anywhere, and that's why I say you're chasing your tail. The other thing is, y'all are so, and I'm saying y'all as independent artists, you're so quick to judge internet radio. You got to understand something. It's the internet radio that's going to pop you off more than FM.
Yes.
And let me tell you this. I've always said this, and I want y'all to really think of this. If you're in your car listening to your local radio station, why the hell you listen to your local radio station if they ain't playing your music? Support the ones that are going to play your music. Like this station, like Sugar Water Radio, like the other stations. That's why I said, I kind of want to put a bulletin out on the real internet radio stations that are putting on the Superman capes for the independent, like this one that I'm on right now. If you do your homework, you're going to see the history and how long my man is talking about that he's been representing y'all. And people are acting like we rich. We ain't rich, man. We do this because we love the music game. We love radio. We love new music. We're DJs at heart. And y'all independent artists got to understand that. Why support your local radio station when you can support this digital radio that's going to play you constantly? You know what I'm saying? That's important.
Yeah, so I got something to say about that. So, like, there's this dude, we used to play him all the time.
Little A, you sure you got something to say about that?
Yeah.
Because you rocking Spotify, you ain't rocking the station 24/7.
No. I know.
Okay.
Right,
I gotta throw it out there.
So, we were in the car one day, and so there was this really good dude we used to play on the show. His name was Christian Dior.
Okay.
And so we were in the car. I think it was like 12 in the morning. So he's not playing play consistency. No one's listening to FM at 12 in the morning. Yet he gets his like first play, I'm pretty sure, on that station at 12 in the morning when no one's listening, so they're not like grinding him, so he's putting in his music, yet he's not getting played like that. Yet here he was played pro. Like, if I know you've been listening for a minute, so you probably heard him before, but he's like, we played him at least like 3-4 of his songs every show when we, like, a few years ago. So,
and he's popping right now because of the internet buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is what it is, man. And because of his buzz, though, he had the funds to have big names play him, so he looked like he was official, but he's actually broken official. So
exactly, because you got to know where to spend that bread.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and the timing too, because what we try to tell artists here, and see, the thing is like, I love your introduction to this video, man. I do, because you start flipping, right? And I love it. I love it when people will be flipping. I gotta throw this video out because there's names involved that.
Well, before you even throw the video out, I want everybody to understand, because I had to go to wifey for this when I did that video, because I really didn't want to release it, but I just had enough. Enough was enough for me.
Okay.
Because I like I said, I get on the phone with a lot of people. People don't understand. They call me, they message me, and it's crazy. But also, I had to show that side of the realness of what it really is. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I do my homework. Like, there's one part of the video where I'm talking about buying lists.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard that.
Yep.
I actually bought the list to do my homework to see if it was real. Just in case someone calls me, be like, yo, I bought this list and blah, blah, blah. I need to know about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see if this is real.
Yeah.
Shit ain't real.
Shit is not real. Shit is not real.
And she's supposed to be healthy. So people that are doing that type of stuff is killing radio stations like me. You know what I'm on right now in Sugar Water Radio. It's hurting us big time. You're not helping the situation.
No.
That's another way of getting payola. So that's why I opened it up, and I didn't really care. Ain't nobody gonna try to sue me. You can't sue me for that. What are you gonna try to sue me for?
It ain't defamation. Because it's going to be hundreds of motherfuckers that are going to be agreeing with you, maybe even thousands.
And how is it defamation if I paid for it?
Shout out to everybody listening. Sugar Water Radio, Mr. Levine in the building. Do your history if you don't know who he is. It's whatever. A lot of the artists don't believe that the guys that I put on the show are kind of like they have high credentials. Mr. Levine right here has an incredibly
You got high credentials too, my dude. You've been doing this for a long time, man. Let's not shy away from it. And those artists, I'm telling y'all right now, those artists that don't think my man D got them, yeah, he do. Yeah, like that's for real, for real. It's been too long for you not to have that. Like, I salute him all day long, because it's real talk. I for real. I even my man little A right there, that's the future. I salute him, because you know what? You never know when this show really pops off. Then you're gonna be like, well, damn, I should have got my music played on that.
Yep. I believe it.
And that's true. That's true.
Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. There'll be a slight blank here, but the fans will be able to listen to it. We'll give them 2 minutes of this 25-minute video that you can find right now under DJ Franchise Facebook page, Franchise Levine. It's literally going all over the place. People are taking bits and pieces of it, and he was just talking, and I believe everything that he's saying. And this might offend a couple of my associates, but just remember, once I don't bring you into the circle, you are an associate. That means sometimes I could fucking Heisman you, because you do not belong in these situations. But anyways, here's DJ Franchise right now with his lovely ass rant.
If you're watching this video, or you're watching, or you're tuned in right now, that's because you're an independent artist trying to understand how to blow up. But guess what? You want to know the reason why your music ain't blowing up? Because you got too many people out there trying to scam you and take your money. And guess what? Those out there that are tuned in right now, it is you scamming and robbing the independent. That's why the independent game is fucked up. Because you single-handedly are helping the situation. Yes, you are. All those guys that are doing their little shows, $5 spins or whatever the hell you are, or critiquing music when you're not even in the music game. How you gonna critique music when you're a nobody? Ain't nobody know of you. And guess what? They're probably like, well, I don't know about you. I've done more than you have ever done in this music game. Just check for your boy, okay? From Bossip to Global Grind. So you are a nobody. If I'm an independent artist, why would I spend $5 to get my music critiqued by someone that is a nobody in the music game? Damn! That's right. So all you guys that are doing your little webcast shows and all that bullshit, you guys are shit and garbage. You're fucking up the game. I'm putting y'all on blast, man. Y'all fucking up this game. You got people selling lists. What the fuck? You're selling lists, yo. What the fuck is that? Oh, you want to do concerts? You want to travel the world? Buy my list, and I'll show you the proper way on how to get you. You fucking up the game, man. You fucking up the game. You're hurting these people. You know how many phone calls I take? You know how many phone calls like every one of y'all getting robbed out here. Y'all DJs. Yo, I'm a DJ and y'all make me sick. Fuck you, DJ Grooski, whatever the fuck you are. Fuck you. I know 5 artists right now that said you robbed them. You robbed them for radio play. I don't give a fuck. I don't care no more. I don't. The gloves come off. I flex that muscle. You want to come see a nigga? Come see me. I swear to God, on your turntables, I'm gonna fucking take your whole turn and wrap your fucking neck with it. You and all your other DJs that are doing payola, you're hurting the industry. Now, other than that, you artists, y'all programmed. Y'all programmed.
Shout out to everybody listening in, tuning in to QSJRadio.com. I love that video. It is 25 minutes long. You will learn a lot from that. A lot of yourself you will learn from that. I didn't want to go too long into that. They get everybody involved in that. So yes, I do have associates that try to work closely with the TV star / DJ, DJ Drewski, and I do not want that kind of animosity that I brought up before with K Slay that I want with Drewski, because what they did was they sent me a video that now he's quarantined and now he's reviewing artist tracks. It's fucking disgusting. Okay? It's disgusting. What are you gonna do? Everything that happens behind the scenes is confusing. There's a lot of things that I do not want to say because people have trusted me with their word, but I have to say it right now. If you go to a DJ that's popping like that and they went ahead and they ask you for some bread, they're not going to tell Hot 97 they playing you. They're not, because they're not supposed to be playing you. You will probably get 30 to 45 seconds of your song getting played, enough for you to put it up on the gram, and you're not going to get BDS. You're not going to get any kind of traction of that, regardless if you have your metadata put together, regardless of what your RSC code or anything like that. You're just getting robbed. Now, you as Sugar Water Radio, you came across maybe thousands of artists during...
A lot, man, a lot.
And we've taken some people serious and taken them under the wing, and they don't fucking listen, but we still there with them, even through their times of tribulations, their births, everything. We even seen them become grandfathers and grandmothers at some times, but we there with them. Name me, if you can, some situations that some artists have decided, hey, look, I went to this dude, and you know, he kind of robbed us. What kind of phone call or kind of situation was that like?
Yeah, it's hard, man, because like when I did that tape, I got a phone call right before I did that taping, and this kid, let me tell you something. This kid was, when I tell you, really, really nice out of Harlem. Like, yo, he could be the next one. When I say that, I mean that. Like, just like when I heard this young dude just on your show.
Notes 82, for those who don't understand, it's Notes 82, that song that we just played, No Justice. We played it early. I just wanted to introduce that to Sugar Water. Go ahead. But
songs like that. So, you know, when I get calls and I'm trying to work deals out and I'm like, yo, I'm on your side, let's take this and, you know, whatever. And then I get the information back from the actual radio stations on how much it's going to cost to get them on the Hot 97s and the 105s. Then it's like, yo, I paid DJ Drewski, but I ain't getting no reports.
Yes.
Well, now you know why, because you just got robbed. And those are the conversations that I'm having. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'll put it out there because I know you taping the show. DJ Drewski, if you want to join me on this station, let's get it popping, B. Like,
yeah,
even if you want to come see a dude, like you want to come see a dude, because you don't got goons. Don't say you got goons when you don't got goons.
You don't. If you guys are watching on Twitter right now and want to go ahead and at DJ Drewski, go ahead and do that so he could try to figure out how to come back on here with us, because we don't give a fuck. So
no. Listen, I ain't like I said, man, I'm too old for this, man. Like, for real. But at the same time, that dude is just robbing you. He ain't even a real DJ. That's an errand boy. Real talk. He was an errand boy for Hot 97.
Yep.
Everybody can DJ now. It's called beats per minute.
Even I DJ.
but
you know what I'm saying? But I'll be looking at the numbers and the little dots and shit like that. But secrets.
Let me tell you something.
Care.
I'm just gonna give you a little background just for myself. When that first started hitting, man, I called it quits. I really did. I called it quits because I was in love with music. Not only that, a lot of people don't understand, DJing was going to be turned into a musical instrument at one time.
Yes.
And now it's not. Because that guy that works at Wall Street could take off his suit and tie and plug in his phone and start DJing at a club. That's not DJing. You don't even have the history to understand what real transforming is, what backsliding is, all that crossfading, slapping the fader, all that. You have no idea. You don't even know how to catch a real bass line or a hi-hat. Like that song right there, the song that you played me, I can't forget his name. I'm sorry about that if you're listening. But that song, yo, because it's a boom bap track, I would go back and forth on those type of tracks all day long.
Yeah.
Catching the hi-hats, and killing it. Because that song is made to teach the DJ how to come in and come out. That's why it's called the boom bap. It has spaces, it's 4 counts. Do you even know what a 4-count beat is?
Word.
Do you know what a 16 is?
Do
you know how to loop a 4? Do you know how to loop a 64?
Oof.
Like, it gets deep, you know what I'm saying?
It does.
So that's a real DJ. They understand that right off the top of the brain. They understand that.
Yo, shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. If you're listening, we're talking to Sugar Water Radio CEO, Franchise Levine, DJ Franchise, the Black Jew in the building, Brooklyn Zone. Been doing this thing for a very long time. We have a lot of events under our belt, a lot of friendships, mutual friends under our belt, and some of them are extremely high industry friends. And I'm really kind of tired almost dealing with the unsigned artists, right? I don't know if you have found that kind of thing where everybody,
it gets you nauseous, right?
Because motherfuckers is out here thinking they really know a lot and you don't know shit. Like, and not for nothing, but Alex, little A is in the building, right? Alex, you've seen me get pissed off about a lot of things without saying a lot of names or even names at all. What are some of the things that I'm mentioning that these artists are pissing me off about?
Well, when people don't go on the grind, when they say they're all that, when they keep saying, "Oh, I'm trying," but they're really not. They keep saying that they're on the grind.
What's on the grind mean to you?
Good one.
On the grind to me means going out places, be like, "Oh, I'll be back in 3 days." Going across the country if you need. Try to find anywhere you can. Try to find any place you could go in front of people. Try to get yourself out there. Try to get yourself known instead of just being like hiding behind the computer. You gotta get out of your house. Get out somewhere. Try to go to the events like people do. Like, you gotta get there. You gotta do things.
So you've been around so many things. There's so many places. Like, I remember, you see, he didn't live with me all the time. All right. So we had a lot of weekends that I would pick him up, and sometimes I'd bring you to concerts, right?
Yeah.
Like, and we would see the Bronx dude. What's his name? Remember Jason?
Yeah.
You remember we would see Jason, we would see a whole bunch of these cats, blah blah, and a lot of those people, like, they had grinds and they would. When you get deep, you find out that these artists are spoiled brats, right? Somebody is giving them all this leeway, this money. They probably know somebody who's really there, and talented. They're talented. Don't get it twisted. They're talented, and I was a very big fan of them. What else? So I get mad at the grind. Okay? If you are a starving artist, then you already suffer from having no money. Okay? So you already suffer from that. You don't know where to throw this shit at. I always tell artists, and franchise is different, right? Because we run businesses, right? We running businesses. These motherfuckers
Two different things.
They're not understanding this shit. So we running businesses. So I believe, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, because I always like when motherfuckers want to set me wrong. I do. I even shut up real quick. I'll go get a shape up and,
No, lesson is a lesson, man. So knowledge is knowledge.
When I go ahead and tell this artist, your money should be spent on travel. Your money should be spent on maybe a $20 open mic. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. Studio time. And if the DJ, right, kind of like the internet radio, we ask for small donations. We don't ask for fucking arm and a leg. And we not rich. It might look like I'm rich, but motherfucker, I just got a fucking a webcam that's probably like 4 years old in front of me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers act like, you know what I mean? Like, all this shit is old, right, Alex?
Yeah, we haven't bought something new since like the mic.
the mic. Just put me on blast, my nigga. But the thing is, it's like, they should be spending their money everything with the exception of putting themselves on stage. So everything is, if you're talented and somebody wants to look out for you, you give them a call back. You hit them up, because it's a possibility that they don't want money from you. They just want to put you on to different situations. Okay? But then all of a sudden somebody comes out with an ugly ass flyer looking like whatever the fuck, come to my show, is $500 for 12 minutes. Right? I don't believe in those. Tell me if I'm wrong that an artist is wasting their life going to these type of events. Now, remember, we've been around for a long time, so sometimes we are involved in those kind of situations. So it's kind of like up and down. Like, damn, I really want to go there, represent, get some unsigned artists, but I really don't like what the fuck they doing on the other side. Right? Like, tell me if I'm wrong. What do you think an artist should be spending their money on due to the experience that we have, not only because of our radio position, but the people that we know?
All right, I'm going to say this, man. I think you're right on most of it. But I do also think that artists, and I'm only going to say this because part of my team, they helped out, what's his name in the Midwest? I forgot his name. Jesus Christ. Big artist, Midwest artist, college boy, man. Now he's like a millionaire.
Chance the Rapper or something like that?
No. It's going to come to me. But anyway.
Okay.
You also want to spend money on your own events. You want to spend money on your own events. I sat down one time. Like I said, there was a time that people got to understand, DJs are artists too. We're just like you. From the mixtapes, that's our albums.
Yep.
Right? That's what DJ Khaled did. He ain't a DJ. I don't care what anybody says. DJ Khaled ain't a DJ. What he did was he purchased music and made an album. If you purchase music from major artists, now you got DJ Khaled.
What you said, Little A?
I said he gets the music and then he yells his name.
That's it.
That's it.
We the best.
Another
you suck. You garbage. But that's between me and you. Like, if there's a DJ competition, he's not that guy.
No, because at the end of the day, okay, I'm not gonna disagree, okay, because I follow Khaled because my Hispanic ass is always gonna look up to people who have been making moves for over 20 years.
It's not like that.
Okay, so I get it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I get it because
I was around. I was around when Khaled. Like I said, this is a dude that's been around. Like
yes.
I said, I was a New Yorker that went through Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, opened up a club. DJ Laz, shout out to him.
Okay.
Knew very well. Also, underground radio when it was popping. Me and my man Erlin. So I met all these dudes before they even went, when Pitbull first started coming up. That's a dude. See, that's a dude I respect who had a real grind.
Yep. And it was crazy disrespectful.
Yeah.
How they were never taking him serious.
Never taking it. Like, I've been with, like I said, I remember when they were tossing that dude out of clubs trying to get in, trying to get on that mic. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just like how I saw Old Dirty Bastard do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, getting back to what you're talking about, spending the money, you want to spend the money that's gonna make you pop, man. Like, clubs definitely, you gotta buy out that bar.
Yes.
I did that as a DJ. Actually, Rob Love, who was Doriega's manager, was like, "Yo, franchise, you want to get back in the game?" I was like, "Yeah, it's real easy. Go pick out a club and tell me you want to buy out the bar. That means everything is yours. And if it goes over, they owe you money. Now my job is to go hire the person that's going to pack in my club. And you make that shit, you make it dirt cheap, because that's what I did. I did it in Vancouver. You make it dirt cheap. I think it was like $2 to get in. On New Year's Eve.
I think I was there. I think that's what we caught each other.
Yo, I'm being real. It was like $2 to get in on New Year's Eve. I had Raekwon hit me up. I had other DJs trying to get on my set. I DJ the whole set myself. I don't cut. You don't cut my money in half. You pay me to do the whole show. Now, because I did that, those owners love me for the simple fact I respect them. I also brought them money, and now I have my own event. You understand what I'm saying? And you keep doing that until you start making buzz. You need to do that as an artist.
You know, and it's. I think that there's. I don't think there's miscommunication with what we're trying to say with that. Okay.
No.
An artist putting themselves on stage when there's 30 other artists in the building, there is a possibility that there is no way with the exception of probably like 2 or 3 artists that are probably popping that night because you're extra different, that people are going to want to work with you. But you got to remember, the audience are just like you. The audience is just like you. So if you went in there for a mission to complete a set, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it is, it took you probably 2 G's to get there. Half of everybody is thinking the same thing. I want to do this show and I want to bounce. There is no room. There's probably you always see the one cat like, oh shit, let me get your information. Let me get this. There's always that one kid that's always want to be on the grind and stuff like that. We're not talking about that kind of situation. We're talking about spending money on your own events, meaning you are headlining because you put it together, and then you invite people to come through. You might be doing the whole opposite shit that is really going on, but you are throwing your own venue, concert, whatever it is that you're trying to do. You got somebody in the side selling your t-shirts. You got
So you giving them the hot sauce right now. You actually giving them the hot sauce.
But that's what I be trying to tell them all the time.
That's why I was bringing up this dude from the Midwest. I forgot his name, man. He's huge. He basically, one of my peoples who worked for Sugar Water Radio worked with him, and she came up with the idea like, yo, because he had some money, and he was like, yo, let's go to College Town. That's like Sioux Falls area, around there in the Midwest. They're real heavy on that college music. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot what's his name was there. He had all the little dudes before he was even big. Jesus Christ, white boy, man, rapper with all the tattoos all over. He was signed to Bad Boy.
No.
What he's?
No, not Post. He's over here talking about Post.
No.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly, that whole crew. Before they were even famous, before they even knew what they were doing. But when you break bread with other artists, and it's your event, you headline. Wiz Khalifa did it. Okay, so a lot of people don't know. Wiz Khalifa gave a formula that people didn't pay attention. Actually, it was somebody else before Wiz, and that's who my friend Heidi. I'm getting all mixed up, but Wiz Khalifa did it.
Okay.
I think allegedly someone passed away in his family, and he caught some guap.
Okay.
So what Wiz did was, okay, well, I'm gonna put on my own show, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be the feature, and I'm gonna go out and get like Fabulous. I'm gonna go get those other DJs that are somewhat high, but not that high that I can pay for to open up. Not only open up, they're gonna do a mixtape with them, and they got a song to do a whole performance.
Yeah.
So what he did was, people got to open up their minds. You paid a hip hop artist bread. When you pay a hip hop artist bread, they're always gonna come back to you, because business is business. Like you said, you're running a business.
Yes.
Two different things of being an artist and then running a business, right? So say he got that artist for $4,000, $5,000, right? But guess what? At the end of the night, he has his merch table. He has all that. So all that money comes back to that artist. He already paid for. So now what you do is all that money that comes back, call up another city and use that same artist and promote. Hey, I got Fabulous on my show. Are they going to come to go see Fabulous? Of course they're going to come to go see Fabulous. Fabulous has fans, so that's why he's worth $4,000 to $5,000. But you keep making that money and you keep on making that buzz. What do you think Fabulous is going to do after you start making that buzz? Yo, I got some guap. I need you to come do my show. Because now you the hot new nigga in the scene.
Yep.
That's science for your ass, because that's really how you're supposed to be doing what you do. And that's what I did as a DJ.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home to the Inside Arts. We're talking to DJ Franchise, Levine, Sugar Water Radio, and Music Real Estate. It's an agent company, correct?
Yeah. So what we did was, doing this radio. I know this happens to you all the time, so get ready to laugh at this one.
Let's go.
How many artists just walk up to you and be like, "Yo, you be in an Uber car, right?" or whatever, and then they'd be like, "What do you do?" I own a radio station.
Yeah.
Well, damn, how do I get my music on your?
Yeah, real quick.
You get that all the time because it'd be the doorman, it'd be the guy lifting your bags, it'd be a lot of people that are artists.
Yes.
So we get that all the time, and I started seeing a pattern of this, and I started understanding that, hey, these guys need to find a home. And at the same time, I was selling a piece of property with my wife, and I was like, yo, this music shit is real estate. And she looked at me and was like, yo, that's real deep. Because every household has somebody that has music. You know what I'm saying? There's music in every household. You know what I'm saying? So we put it together, and what I did was I did a test. I took a bunch of people and I showed them how to do it, and they became my brokers, like a real estate agent. I showed them the whole business. And they went from making, just like how you have your submissions, right?
Yeah.
$10 here and there, right?
Yeah.
Getting them on the station. I did it with Sugar Water. And guess what? They started making money. But they also understood the game of, yo, we don't need these FM radio stations. This is the new future.
Yeah. And it has been for a long time.
For a long time.
For us, people who have, pushed through the bullshit, and seen the things like when the mobile phones were not playing music to now that's all they do. We've seen that. So
made sure that mobile phone would turn into an MP3 player.
Quick.
Real quick. That's how they got rid of the MP3 player.
Yep. So real estate agents, how can artists be involved with that? Because dreams are becoming reality. A lot of these cats want to make money during doing their music. How can artists or how do you get clientele for that?
So what we do, meaning how do we find artists and all that stuff?
Yep.
Well, basically, artists come through the sites, also Sugar Water Radio. So we've been juggling artists just like you've been juggling artists for many, many years.
Yep.
So we got hard drives of music that's so good that we played way back, that probably is relevant today. Just that the guys don't have a budget.
Yep.
And that's where we get it from. So, from the traffic and Facebook and all this stuff, we're able to engage with them. And not only that, like the team that I got, man, everybody's been in this music game, like real talk. They've been in this music game for a minute. Shout out to my man Remy, worked for Sony Music, Arista. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the OGs that taught me this business. He's older than me. But when I told him the idea, first he laughed at me, was like, yo, you serious, huh? I said, yeah. And then he warned me. He was like, yo, if you do this, the label's going to come after you. I said, I don't care. Distribution is distribution.
Yep.
And I understand what distribution was, and now I'm able to give you all the distribution that a label's giving you. So that's really what it was. And so we take artists step by step. Hey, this is how we get it here. This is what we do to get it popping. All right, if we can't get the Hot 97s, let's saturate the Midwest radio stations that are like tier 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now let's go after iHeart radio stations. Let's barrage iHeart. That's there's a lot of people that did that. I'm not gonna go into names because I helped out a major artist not that long ago, and now everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
So the label cut my throat because I got him popping on one of the majors, you know what I mean? And they signed him right away and cut my throat because those are funds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that they losing.
Oh, that they're losing. Also, a lot of people don't understand the brokers that help these record labels. There's 5 of them. I can count them on my hand, and they're all white, and they're all Jewish, and they make a lot of damn money. But there's 5 of them. And those 5 deal with all the labels. All of them. So one day when I got sick, I was in the hospital. I made a phone call to one of my head dudes, Jewish guy, nice guy, can't give you his name. And I was like, yo, I was drugged up. I was like, yo, I want in. He was like, what are you talking about? I said, yo, I want in, bro. Like, yo, this Come on, man. You told me to give you a call. He was like, yo, call me. You want some, you're on the drugs right now. Give me a call. But then I did, and I explained him what I wanted to do. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to let you do this. Send it to me. And then I said, he loved it. Because independent artists right now, you guys have no idea. They're just like TV, they're looking for content. They're looking for content.
Yeah.
But what they're also looking at is who studies the mastery, being a master of illusion.
Yeah.
So this goes back. I'm kind of all over the place. I know
It's
DL,
all
you're
good.
like, Fran,
It's
you
all
are,
good.
but listen, I'm getting to it. So people got to also understand the reason why these guys ain't doing the work, because you don't need to do the work when the computer's right in front of your face. You don't need to do that type of work. You don't need to do all that, because the computer gets you out there more than you doing a concert right now. You can hit countries like my radio station alone, from Japan, UK, France, and we didn't even concentrate on the States when I first started, because I knew the people were going to give me hate regardless.
Yep.
My own hometown, I knew they weren't going to support your boy.
Already knew
but
that.
the ones that don't know you are the ones that support you.
Yep.
So I always shout out Japan, UK, Australia, Germany stays rocking with me. In fact, we got like, I think it's 2 bars in Germany that play us 24/7 at their bar.
Shout out to that.
Which we love. Also, I think there's a mall that plays us in one of the countries. So that's one of the reasons why we always play clean music, and after a certain time, then we play that dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a radio format. It's a radio format. Yeah, I mean?
It's radio format. But you know and I know that the people from home ain't going to give you that love. If they ain't going to give me that love, artists, they ain't going to give you that love, and that's what D's talking about. They're not going to give you that love. So you got to find the masses other than where it is. And because this internet game is such a huge market, it deaded the music industry. Actually, Steve Jobs talked about it. A lot of people don't know. I forgot what, somebody did a big bio video, and it had a couple people on there, and they were talking about Steve Jobs. He said the day that people can transfer files, music files, that will be the end of the music game. You're going to have to come up with something else. And they did.
Yep.
It's called paying for fame.
Yep. And that's what they do now. And that's what a lot of artists are disguising this whole thing with, because they feel like they don't have the funds to become who they're supposed to be. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody listening. Mr. Levine, aka DJ Franchise. He's in the building. Thank you so much for talking to us for such a long time. We got so much.
Man, I love this, man. I wish I had some callers right now and really go in.
Yeah, for real. I wish that Facebook didn't hit us up with the whole thing too, because we get most of our fans from the Facebook thing. In addition to paying royalties and performing rights societies such as Exchange, Sound Exchange, ASCAP, and BMI and SESAC, because I can only fuck with people who are doing this the right way. Just to let y'all know.
But even not to cut you off, DC, even that's false.
Oh.
It's real deep. That's why I'm trying to tell you, artists, like, there is no more royalty checks for y'all.
Nope.
You can sign up all you want. There's actually a video. I'm gonna send it to you too, D. I'm gonna send you the video. One of the biggest platforms, I think it's Spotify. I forgot what it is, but he started like the whole Spotify stuff and all that. And there's laws put in place. Like I told you, streaming don't mean sales. So how you getting a check?
Yep. How?
There is none. If someone downloads your music, actually, it's not sales. It has to be a tangible good. Digital is not tangible good anymore. Bet y'all didn't know that. Radio stations, they're like, oh, are you so-and-so? I don't need to be. You want to know why? I'm not selling any music. I'm playing it.
Yep.
With all my records at the crib, I can play whatever I want. I ain't selling it. People don't understand that. So there's laws put in place. If you think you're trying to get a check, you ain't going to get a check. But you know how you get a check? When you're able to pay Hot 97 money.
Yep.
Because if you're able to pay 30 grand or 300, like Coach K said, it's on my website. I didn't make that up. It's on the music real estate website. Just go to music/ realestate.com, and you're going to see it. Coach K said it last summer. You want to get to the top? 200,000. I'll get you on the top of billboards. Now, I want y'all to sit on that. 200,000 will put you on. That means any artist.
Yep.
In fact, I'm going to call one out, Cardi B. Don't sit here and tell me she's dope. She's a beautiful lady. She has charisma. She's all that. We love to watch her. But don't sit here and be like, yo, she's dope. No, she's a dope actress. That means somebody writes her lyrics and she's able to perform it and she get a cut. But also don't fool yourself on the investors that are investing in that. All right? They invest. Yeah. That's why I said watch that video. They're investors. Why do you think Nicki Minaj is going, woo?
Yeah.
To make room for Cardi, because Cardi has the investors. It's stock. Okay, your time is up. Your turn. They did it to Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Puffy put her away. The investors pulled out. It's like sex. When you I don't know if y'all. It's like sex. Sometimes you gotta pull out. Now this ain't right. This ain't right.
You got a little A in the
This ain't right.
It's not very good example.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why he act like he don't? You know what I'm saying? Talk about shorties. But anyways, so.
But you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, right now it's you pay for fame. Why do you think these dudes are running out getting fake gold chains and all this stuff? They master illusion. The first one that really mastered illusion was Soulja Boy. Woo! He made the dance, but he made the illusion. The dude broke the bank before labels could even touch him. Y'all remember? Like, he was collecting checks off of YouTube before YouTube was monitoring bots.
Yeah.
He was rich already. Then what did the labels do? They came and put him in a chokehold like WWE. Say, yo, get down and lay down. Where he at now? He's finished. He's done. That's why you see him on Love and Hip Hop. The people on Love and Hip Hop, they're done. Why you think Cardi B ain't coming back to Love and Hip Hop? Look, come on, man. Just look at the dudes that are on it. They're finished. They're done. They ain't making no money. Actually, they rent everything. I think, on the real tip, they try to rent our apartment in Brooklyn.
Oh, shit.
To make it look like, you know what I'm saying? It's real talk.
Shout out to everybody listening, tuned in. Mr. Levine, franchisee. This is why he's in here. This is why he's on the show right now. Little A, I don't know if you're getting tired, but it's all good. I'm gonna have him go and do something.
Hey, if you want to do part 2, you let me know when you want to do part 2. I'm here. You know you're a fam, kid.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, I know I'm all over the place. That's how I am sometimes. I get amped.
No,
but do me a solid for everybody that's tuned in. I want you to stay on this radio station. I don't do many interviews. I came to this because, yo, this is for real. Like, there's certain radio stations I can really, like, behind the scenes, we're going to talk because...
Yeah, we got some adjustments to do.
Yeah, but they don't want me to put up an FM station because I put up an FM station. I'm coming for this station.
I got to come for them too, man. Not for nothing, but I did a lot of work. What's crazy is I remember so many times, so many years that we've clashed, came together, drew apart, the social media thing. I still don't remember how we got connected.
I know.
Okay, let me know.
I hit you up, real talk. Real talk was like, yo, I like what you're doing, kid. Show me some of that.
That's
because
it.
Knowledge is knowledge.
Yeah.
Yo, I learn all the time. I don't hate people, man. I really don't. If I hate you, that means I ain't talking to you. Like, we really got beef.
For real.
But nah, man, this radio station was a beautiful thing, man. And I've been watching it for a long time. Like I said, I do my homework. I come on people's stations to watch, to learn, to hear, also to see new talent. That's my job as a DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want y'all really to understand, like, y'all that are listening to this show right now, I'm trying to reprogram y'all. I'm really trying to reprogram y'all because a lot of people don't know radio was designed for programming. Actually, Hitler was the one that started radio frequency.
Whew. Let's not tell them that.
I'm being real. Listen, I'm a black Jew. I'm allowed to say it.
But they not understanding. This is the thing. They're not understanding. So I got all these motherfuckers. Like let's go back to the topic real quick, Alex.
Okay, I'm going too
no,
far.
you good because we could do this shit all month. I don't care until quarantine is over, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here for a minute. So. Little A, you're hearing a lot of behind the scene things that go on. You have probably have more than anybody have seen the QSJ grind on the behind the scenes, right? What are some of the things that not only that you see here that are kind of like, yo, you really are going in harder than these artists. Like, what are some of these things that you've seen?
I would say maybe, I think it's what I've seen is the amount of shows, I guess, because you go there for the artist, and I mean you go to a lot of them. Like, you're always, whenever you see one, you're like, all right, I'm going, unless it's like unless it's like a baby being born, but other than that, you're good. You're out. So
yeah, I try not to miss those. So me and him, we've discussed about something. We went to a baby shower, right?
Yes.
We went to Northern Virginia. I'm gonna call it West Virginia. The damn Hicks was out there, right? But what was it? Who do we go for?
The DJ, I forgot his name.
So we went and created friendships.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
Friendships, right?
The behind the scenes stuff.
The behind the scenes shit that artists are not doing. Right? And that's what I mean by the grind.
Yeah.
Cause it's special to be on stage all the time. I get it. It's special, but if it's not getting bigger. So I remember one time I had this kid, JC Sounds from Brooklyn. He was like, this unsigned shit is getting expensive. Right? And I was like, yeah, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong because if you are only paying out, where's your worth in getting paid in? Where is that? Where are you going to finally give yourself value? So if you are out there just giving the money away, then that's what you're doing. You're just giving the money away. You're not out there grinding, getting a name for yourself. You're just giving away a lot of shit, a lot of your time. Then you start falling into the discouragement of, I'm not doing,
Absolutely.
How is they fucking bypassing me? How are they doing this? How are they doing that? You know why? Because they're doing it different. We went to a baby shower. Fuck what we doing? I didn't know those people for nothing. Yeah. But they family for life. Because I was there for their special moment. And I believe in what they're doing. I'm being a real friend.
Yeah.
We took one pic?
We took, one.
We didn't even like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do all that.
It was just conversations, getting to know each other, getting to know what we're doing, and then just getting to know each other, trying to establish.
Yeah, but you see, you said the magic. You both are saying the magic thing. You understand entertainment. You don't realize it yourself, dude. Like, you got, like I said, I'm not here to put nobody down, but you're a celebrity, B. No, you got you. No, even you having your little man next to you doing this, you don't understand it. You are. Because if I ask you, yo, how much music has come through this station?
Man,
you're gonna say exactly. But I'm gonna be real with you, because just like, you know, we stay humble when you're in the game of entertainment, especially my wife, man, because she really taught me this, because she's been in the entertainment game since she was a kid, doing movies and stuff like that. And she's always told me, like we talked about before, being humble. I've been so humble that I don't realize, who I am in this game. Like, it's my own people saying, yo, franchise, yo, you don't realize like how big you are. No, I don't, because I do it because I love it.
Yeah.
But I also do it with other people to get to know other people and then become real friends. I don't need to take that picture where we're like this because we understand the realness behind the scenes. And that friendship is important. That friendship leads to interviews. That friendship leads to everything. Like, yo, knock on my door anytime you need, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. Boom. That's what it is. So you learn that. And you've already learned that. You're just not saying it what it is because you were humble. But the real thing is, you've been a celebrity for years, B. And like I said, it's the people up close that throw that little hate.
Yeah. And it's always a club.
F that station. I should do one too. Yeah. Let me go on Facebook and take my phone out and do my own station. F that dude, yo. Nah, you ain't doing the work, son. You don't know what it is, and that's why he's where he's at. And you gotta pay respect. That's why, like I said, when I come on the show, anytime my man walk me, I'm coming. There's a salute to that because I know the grind. I know him as a person. I can sit and chat with him, and he's gonna be cool. In fact, we met tomorrow. We're gonna have fun.
Word.
We're gonna go hang out.
With gloves on.
We're gonna meet fam and get it popping.
With gloves on.
With gloves on. No doubt.
I can't fuck with that, son. Like, yo, why this shit making me feel sick? That shit crazy.
Because it does, man. It does. And you know what I had to do, man? I had to turn away from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You do, man. Like, I'm telling you, because D, you let this get into your blood, it's gonna make your blood boil. It's gonna make your blood boil, and that energy is not the energy you're trying to put out in these airways.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me to do that video, it was real hard for me to do that video. I had to go to my girl, and then she watched it. She was like, I don't know, man. You're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. But then again, you can't write history because I know the history because I was a part of it.
Yeah.
I've been in them projects when he was there. I watched certain things happen when he was there. I remember, like I said, when he was rhyming.
Yeah, mad fast.
And then you change your style up. Like I said, I've been there when it's a hard knock life for us. That don't sound like you, and that ain't you.
It wasn't.
That sound like something that Biggie would have done.
Yep.
That's Brownsville.
And you know what's crazy is that when you get into that whole thing, now I've seen this right now. About 4 or 5 artists have submitted to us in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
And that's horrible.
And you no. It
should be more, man. It
is. It's 300 artists that submitted, but 4 or 5.
Okay. I thought you said 3.
Nah, 4 or 5 artists submitted to us sounding like the late Pop Smoke, like they're trying to continue on something that they have not created.
You caught it right away. You caught it right away.
And I was sitting there like, what? And everybody's like, oh, that sounds like a Pop Smoke beat. No, that's the way Brooklyn sounded before Pop Smoke was passing. But you know,
I'm gonna correct you on that.
It
wasn't how Brooklyn sounded, but it was Pop Smoke that sounded. You know, that was his style.
Yeah.
But, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. When Bobby Shmurda got locked up, who took his style? I don't even have to go far because that's real talk.
It is. Wow.
When Flatbush started doing it,
and that's
Caribbean. That's all Caribbean.
Yep.
People didn't understand what Bobby Shmurda did. They do that in the islands. That was a Caribbean thing. That's why he got Elephant Man to do the remix. Flatbush, if you know anything about Flatbush, that's where all the Caribbean people stay at. That's Brooklyn. That's yeah, all day long. I mean, Brownsville is the same way. But when Bobby Shmurda got locked up, then you had the chick that came out, blew up real quick. But that's Shmurda.
Yeah.
You just took his style.
Yeah.
So are they gonna do that? Yeah, because Smoke made headway. He made such headway that now he's gone. Someone gotta pick that up.
Yeah. And
take the ride off of that.
And it's unfortunate because people forget that in the late 90s, that was
Here comes the homework. Here comes the homework. Kick it to him.
I have to, man. That's what Jay-Z was doing, man. And I know for a fact that at that time, and I respect the man for his business work and his ethic and shit like that, but at the same time, the shit that he took away everybody in the hood was mad at Jay-Z at that time because he picked up where Biggie left off. You could even hear it, and there was a whole bunch of stuff, and people forget that shit because...
Oh, man, I'm going to give you one even better, not to cut you off, D.
Go ahead.
So, I'm a big Radiohead. I love Star and Buck Wild. Remember when Star and Buck Wild first came on the scene?
Yo, let's go.
Okay, you remember when Star really got kicked off the radio station? Do you really remember? Because I remember. I actually have it taped.
No, I don't remember.
Okay, so what happened was, because we had a guy on our show who helped out Sugar Water Radio. He was Audi. His name was Audi 5G.
Okay, I know Audi.
And he was part of that whole clique. And then he came to Sugar Water Radio and he started doing Sugar Water Radio stuff. But Buck and them, when Biggie died, they took out a big poster board and started drawing out the history of hip hop and how these people got to where they got to.
Yeah.
And then it lined up on how Jay-Z got to where he got to and who died. And it was crazy. The show was crazy. I just remember I went to work because at that time I was in between working for cable for Time Warner in the city and then DJing at the same time and then, until shit took off, right? All I can say is, I was glued at the office. I almost lost my job because I wanted to listen to that. And they hit it on the head. They hit it on the head. That was the last day he was on Hot 97. Then it took months and months and months after. It wasn't the fight that he had with Envy that got him that.
Nope.
It wasn't that.
Nope.
It was that him and his boys broke it down. And I've been saying this for years. Rest in peace, Big L. Law Finesse.
Yep.
I interviewed Law Finesse with my co-host, and I went in, and he was like, "Yo, I don't want to talk about that." And he looked at me like, "Yo, you know what that is." Because I know what it is. The other thing is people don't understand. They don't understand what a real DJ is. When we bought our vinyls, when we bought vinyls and you flipped it over on the other side, that was our baseball card collection.
Yes.
We got to learn everything about those artists.
Let me chime in. The youngin, he's in the building. You collect a lot of cards and stuff like that. A lot of stat keeping. You have
I was like that too.
You have a lot of knowledge of a lot of shit that I don't even understand. Is he telling the truth when it's like you get these things because you are trying to learn?
Yes, you wanna, when you're into something, like by listening to him, you can tell that he's really into the music. He's not like the guys that are just sitting there saying they're into it. He's into it. He does his research. He's been there through the tough times in the radio. He's been in the radio, so you hear what he's talking about. So, yeah, he collecting things, trying to learn things. You always wanna get to that part. You always wanna learn something new, and you wanna do a lot at one time, which. Yeah.
A lot at one time, and you
Absolutely.
take that information, you take all that information in while you're still on the grind. It doesn't stop because you need milk.
But it's so real because, like I said, rest in peace to my grandfather. I was a big baseball card fanatic. I used to read them stats and learn. But I did the same thing with records. Like, when people were talking about Jay-Z and his age, how you gonna tell me if I'm 40-something years old, you gonna tell me he older than me?
Mm-hmm.
But the internet wants to erase history like it never happened, so it helps their sales.
Yeah.
Because if I told you what was the first rap group that Jay-Z belonged to, do you know who that is? The first rap group that Jay-Z belonged to.
That's where I must be at because.
Okay, Big Daddy Kane.
Yes.
First album, just flip it over. You're gonna see him in the first album.
I was gonna say that.
No.
But but that's they won't tell you that.
No.
All right. So not only that, I can go in deeper. If you want me to go in deeper, I can. Here's one for you. I'm gonna break it right here, and I want people to prove me wrong. Okay, D, I actually want you to prove me wrong. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. What was that?
The horse.
The horse.
The little Neil's little.
Oh, whatever. Fucking shit.
It was
It's
just
late
a-
out here.
Yeah, it was just a random
Before I get off this air, I'm gonna break something to you
Go
guys
ahead,
right
man.
now.
Shout out to Sugar Water Radio if you guys haven't yet, man. Make sure you
I'm gonna
guys
go
looking them up.
subscribe, so.
Yeah, go subscribe. All that, man. They've been doing it for me.
But check this out. I'm gonna break this because I on that video I did say certain names, and you were Latin brother, man. So I'm gonna crush some dreams right now.
I don't give a fuck, man.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm 45 years old. One of the hottest radio people that were on Hot 97 was Angie Martinez.
Yes.
I want you to do your research on her. Okay? Because you can't lie about history. She went to Brooklyn Tech, and her last name isn't Martinez. She grew up. No, she didn't. Yeah, she grew up like at Avenue H, Avenue I, which is an all Jewish community. Now go look at her mother's last name. They used that and flipped her name for marketing. She's not Spanish. Now, if you want to put me to the test, it's real easy because I got people that have her yearbook because they went to school with her. In fact, my mom's best friend was her teacher. All right? She's not Spanish. Look at it real closely. Just because she got her nose job and everything else, look at it.
But
real
I've
closely.
been known that, though.
Okay, so you know that.
But I've been known that because as a aspiring radio personality, I did my baseball
There
card
you go.
research.
So, but if you tell that story, you cannot find it anywhere.
No.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like little A is saying, they're changing, this internet thing is changing history for you to believe what you want to believe. Because I told you in the beginning, this shit is the Wizard of Oz. Don't be fooled by the man behind the curtain. You're not going to tell me when other people are saying the same thing from listening to these records. I'm talking about records, dude. I'm talking about, you don't even understand, from Jungle Brothers, Positive K. I'm talking about stacks from 89 all the way through, even to this day. If there was records to this day, I'd still be buying them. But the history of those back of those records are telling you everything. They tell you how old they were at that time, what schools they went to. They even tell you their mother and father, like Nas. That's how I knew everything about Nas's father. Nas's father was a famous musician, a jazz musician. Now, when you listen to Nas, now you understand what work went into putting Nas together. That's why he loves jazz. Most of his music is jazz. Why do you think J. Cole is like, yo, I studied Nas. I studied this dude. I listened to J. Cole's tracks. Jazz. You see what I'm saying? This is history that cannot be replaced. You're not going to tell me, nah, that's not what it was, son. Then prove me wrong. Because if I pick up the vinyl and slap you in the face with it, everything changes.
Yo, we gonna.
I'm on my WWE shit.
We gonna definitely have you back on the air with us one day, man.
Anytime, man. Anytime, let me know. And shout out to everybody, man. Check us out on sugarwaterradio.com. Also, check out Music Real Estate. All you guys that are coming through this, man, yo, you're doing a real good thing, man. Put your music on this, man. But don't just put your music in and be sometimish. You know what I'm saying? Get to know the program director. Get to know this station. Because you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know who he knows. You don't know. I'm on this show because of him, man. That's how it works. And I hope other radio stations see that, because he might pass me that song to my station. And guess what? I ain't charging the artist. The song was so dope. I'm saying it now. Pass that through. I'm playing that on Sugar Water. Because good music needs good radio. You understand? And I'm telling y'all artists, man, we are the real deal out here. Like, I'm sorry to take up your time. This station is the real deal. I am the real deal. Even little A is the real deal.
That's the homie right there.
You really got to do your homework, but also get your music on these platforms and stand behind them platforms. Your phone is Bluetooth.
Yep.
Play his station every day in your car, because now when you drive, somebody else, yo, what are you playing? You know how many times I get that when I'm at a gas station? I don't play FM. I play only Sugar Water Radio. I be at a gas station pumping, yeah. Yo, where'd you get that? And I'm in Georgia right now. I ain't in New York no more. I'm in Georgia. So I get stopped all the time. One time I thought the dude was trying to mug me. For real, for real. Nigga came around my car. Wow. Yo.
That's what we do.
Yo.
That's what we do,
and then he came, he's like, nah, son, nah. I just want to know where you got that from. Oh, check this out. Sugar Water Radio, kid.
You get one of the what's that
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Exactly. So I'm just telling y'all who's really in this game, man, follow us. Not just me, follow this station. Follow both of us. You understand what I'm saying? And really think about that. Also, check out Music Real Estate, my whole team, man, my whole team. Also, I got to shout out ALB Consultant. If you see ALB, that is Music Real Estate. That's one of my brokers, one of my first brokers. And he does it the damn thing. He just got an artist signed to Epic.
We just trying to tell them, man. We just trying to tell them.
That's the thing. Listen, even Sugar Water Radio, I can show you the artists that we got signed. Literally just for the radio play. Just for the radio play. They use our stats. Well, these are the stations that are playing it. Well, why is Sugar Water Radio playing music? Because and these are their numbers.
Yeah.
Now shit get real. So I'm proud to say, yo, Sugar Water Radio has gotten artists signed. Sugar Water Radio has done a lot. I'm just trying to eliminate the bullshit. Like I said, if you guys really want to take this craft seriously of owning a radio station, then invest the money and take this shit seriously. That's why I want to gather like a lot of radio stations to union up. There's got to be a way that we circulate this money and make not even money, but circulate it where it's our own distribution.
I'm with
because
it.
The more people that are tuned in listening to us and we're able to get that music out there, what do you think's going to happen?
I'm with it. We're going to talk behind the scenes anyway.
We're going to talk
behind the scenes anyway. Long time coming, you know?
Yeah. But I appreciate it. Real talk, man, D. I salute you, man. Little A, if you see me, I salute you, kid. All right, I salute you. You got the bully on your side, kid.
Right.
But, yo, I appreciate it, D. And anytime you want to come on Sugar Water Radio, let us know.
Hey, man, you know as long as this quarantine going, we're going to yell at these artists.
Shit, I haven't stepped outside. I ain't playing that game, man.
Bro.
I ain't playing that.
I have to. That's the crazy shit.
I can't do it, man. I quit my job if that was the case.
Nah, man. Yo,
you say nah.
Stay safe. Stay safe out there. Yeah, I'm trying. They trying to take precautions. But anyways, Sugar Water Radio Zone, Franchise Levine. You find him on that Facebook. He'll hit you up and stuff like that. But he is about this business. On the DJ tip. On the radio stuff, this stuff is not something to play with. I am going to continuously gather up the people that we know are doing this for real, and we are going to eliminate the bullshit because that's exactly what we started this for. So, if you guys find us in an angry mode, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna drop names. We are going to defamate the shit out of people, and
it has to be. Listen, just as 5G's coming up because things are about to get faster on this internet.
Yeah,
I gotta eliminate the ones that ain't doing good. That's a brand new network that doesn't need to be touched like that, and that's one of the reasons why I want to get a certain amount of good radio stations to come together, put ourselves on one platform, and do our own distribution for you guys.
We're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. I'll be proud of that. Alex, you got any last words before we let you and the homie go so we could
Well, before we go, man, I do gotta tell you, man, I think I found one of the best artists in Brooklyn. I'm working on his mixtape. It was a fly-by night.
Okay.
I'll definitely put it on your joint. I'm gonna send you his music because straight out of Brownsville, man. Dude is a monster, bro.
Wow. Okay.
And it really, really, like, I haven't felt like I stopped doing mixtapes. But when I heard this was like me going back listening to 50 when he first started. Like, it's that dirty, it's that grungy, it's that type of thing. And I don't get amped for a lot of things.
All right.
So shout out to everybody in Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even want to drop the name yet. I just want you to put it up. And then I want you to really critique it because I already know you're going to be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Because there's so many soldiers out there that are just sick. Like I'm being honest, the one that you just played me to the very first, that'd be real easy to shop out.
I'm gonna make sure that we get them connected with you and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I really do believe almost every track that dude has sent me is bananas, and that, of course,
it's been fire.
Yeah,
I could tell just on his wordplay. But guys out there, again, I don't want to take up your time. Peace, love, hair grease, the whole 9 yards. And yo, really hit us up, man. Check out Music Real Estate. All right. Check out ALB Consultant if you really need your music getting played. You know what I'm saying? And stay locked on this channel, man. I'm a fan.
Good looking,
right?
man. Sugar Water Radio, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Levine. We'll talk soon.
No doubt.
Stay safe.
Big shout out to Alexander. So there was a lot of things said there. Do you have any words or things that people should take serious and things that you learned yourself?
What I would say that everything that he said was all facts, all the research things, all that stuff. You know, me as a person, if you know me, you know I know a lot about a lot. And I mean, sometimes it's hard to like all pay attention to, which some of the rappers might not want to get all into that because they might think they mess up stuff and then they seem dumb if they mess it up. But just, you gotta know things, bro. Like, you won't get anywhere if you don't know. Like, you gotta, if you wanna, I'm gonna get personal. I wanna be in the NFL, so I try getting like stats. I try getting as many people as I can watch as a footwork. You gotta watch everything. You gotta be involved. You gotta try to get somewhere. Try to do stuff like that, because you never know when your next chance can come. You never know when you'll be able to make that next step that you want to make, that you've been saying you're gonna make but you haven't yet. All that stuff. You never know when that's gonna come. So you gotta be ready.
Yo, word. Big shout out to you, man. Shout out to Little A in the building. Little A is always a pleasure to have you. I know we don't, it's always late. It's always a school day. But we're probably going to have more of these.
Yeah.
Because
there's no school for the rest of the year.
There's no school for the rest of the year. I know we had like a short conversation earlier today about that, but how you really feeling about that, man?
There's a lot of things that I feel like we're gonna miss out on, missing a whole school year, which is, it's supposed to be like you would think, most people say it's like the best year, I guess. That's the time people say it's good and bad because you start realizing who your real friends are. You get betrayed by people, but like, cause I'm in 7th grade, but you also realize like 6th grade was like your time coming in, being shy because there's a bunch of other kids. This is where you think that you think you're all that. Now, let's be real.
Yeah, for real.
Cause all the 6th graders are there and you're like, ha, I was there last year, but let's be real. So we were you miss out on a lot of things, and I mean, I'm not just speaking for me as a 7th grader. I'm probably talking about everybody that's in school, especially seniors. Like, I feel bad for them because now they just gotta go straight up to college, missing the proms that they thought that they wanted to go to, missing all the things that they could have had really strong memories of before they went off to college or do whatever they wanted. So for me, it's all the things that I missed out on, all the friendships, all the stronger friendships I guess I could have made because I would have seen people every day versus now I just gotta wait till next year. Hopefully I could, cause like, you don't even know if you're gonna be in the same classes. Maybe some people will get moved down because they're probably gonna go off your grades right now, and then you're just gonna, oh, you were honors last year, now you're just down, and then it's like a time pause for everybody because you're not gonna see anybody, and then you're gonna come back and it's gonna be like your first human contact in almost 6 months. So it's going to be weird, I guess.
It's a lot of things that a lot of people don't take into consideration. A lot of parents are talking about that they're worried about food, because a lot of people that live in a low income home. Their lunches for their kid or breakfast for their kid is from the school and things like that. Sometimes people come and they have grab and goes and all this other stuff, but they forget that the kids, regardless of how bad they are in school or don't want to even be there, there are kids that love to be there and want to be part of those kids' lives, regardless if they're bad kids or anything like that. See, when people don't, but for the safety reasons, I want you to tell you, I'm not about to lose a kid over something that is here on earth. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't stop time and you can't stop the inevitable, right? So I'm gonna let you know, like, I love that shit about you, all right? Because you be out here open-hearted and a whole bunch of things, because I get at you because sometimes you just let somebody's asshole part of them slide, and I kind of believe that that's people taking advantage of your feelings, but I've seen some strength come out of that, because I think you get tired of it. So that's one thing to look at it. So people don't look at the bigger picture, all right? They always got like this defense mechanism, and that's the stuff that I deal with here on QSJ Radio with artists. They believe that they're doing it right. They got the right connections, but it could take an artist 6 months with the right connections to become a superstar. You have to be exhausted about this. Yes. And I know you play some sports, and people have from all different walks of life has tried to encourage you in different ways and told you like to never stop working, right? They tell you that, and then they show it for themselves, and then you start talking to me like, what's going on with this person, and you'd be like, and then you're like, are they on the grind? Like,
yeah, because there's a lot. When you see somebody that you see succeeding and you see that, you expect them to, you want to see them be out there. You want to see them follow their dreams. You want to see them on the top of the world. When you, especially as a fan or something, you want to see them there. You want to see them leading the pack, being. Yeah, it's just when you're a fan, you go straight. Oh, that's the king. That's God. Like, my favorite player on the Giants is like the third string wide receiver or second string. I think he's the first, but yeah, not a lot of people know about him. He's pretty underrated, but I'm the type of person who, once I'm a fan of something, I go all out. It's not just like, oh yeah, he's cool. I'm like, no, king, like knees pray, like I don't know, but yeah. I go all out for people. That's it. And
that's crazy because I do the same. We go all out, and kind of like disrespectful when they don't do the same. Yeah. And then you don't got to do it for me.
Not for you. Just for
yourself.
For yourself. You want them to do what they're capable of, their potential. Yeah. And they don't reach your standards, which you expect them to reach, which kind of like hurts because they have fandom, they have the fans that they got, and they're just like letting it go like that, just like not trying. Yeah. It's just
super excuses and
be like, oh, I didn't. Well, no, that's not it.
Reach out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Exclusive show on YouTube only or Twitch. If you guys are listening in from other places, we had Sugar Water Radio, Sugar Water TV, music agent, music real estate agents. Literally, that's how he goes by. We've been knowing each other for a very long time. We are going to get a little closer with that kind of situation. It's really Really, really nice to know that I can reach out to those guys right there. Internet radio is very different from what everybody is calling it. The FCC back in 2007 has set a law in internet radio, which they knew was going to be what is called the future of radio, because it's basically everybody freelancing, taking their own business, their own LLC or corporation, and creating content for the internet. And ours has been internet radio for a very long time. 24-hour streams, those things come and go. What can that do for you? That can get you those plays that you have to make sure that people are following. Those, there's a 24-hour stream on AM and FM radio as well, but sometimes those streams don't even get heard. You'll hear somebody constantly playing the same song. Those are called heavyweights, and somebody paid for that slot, because that's what it is. It's like a magazine. The magazine sells itself. They just got to pay somebody to be on the front cover, But big shout out to the homie Little A. He was in the building with us. Sorry if some of that bored you.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that I'm not really... Well, I'm familiar with it because I'm always trying to find out what you're doing. But, there was a lot of history and a lot of things.
But your history is different, right?
Yes.
Because your history is what is now, right?
Yes.
And you already know that you could tell the difference of what artist sounds like whoever. And us old people, we don't know who is who. You know what I mean? You guys got little sandpaper out, and you know exactly, oh, that's that song that da-da-da-da, and some inspirations that you had and things that you do, because you're a historian, right? You're basically a historian by heart, and always want to know a lot, and that shit's gonna take you places. Don't stop doing that shit. Just don't be a fucking historian and start being an asshole, because those are things I'm blocking you from. This real talk shit, because this motherfucker right here, he be putting too much in his head, and then getting into fights where he doesn't need to be involved in. All right, so you need to just do the damn thing. All right, just do the damn thing. Don't worry about other people until they mean something for you. Shout out to the homie Fire Blaze. He's in the building. Fire Blaze is all the way in Canada. I think Drex is in the building. Let me see. Fireblaze says travel and learn languages. I don't know if you're trying to do all that.
I'm taking Spanish next year, so.
Huh?
I'm taking Spanish next year.
Yeah, and he's Hispanic, so. Well, that's my fault though, but it's whatever. Big shout out to you. Shout out to Sugar Water Radio for tuning in. Everybody listening in on the YouTube and Twitch and Periscope right now. Thank you guys so much. I really don't know what happened. I think the servers went down on Facebook because I don't see any lives right now. I think they're playing catch up, man. There's a lot of people home right now.
Yeah, everybody's trying to just do something to get themselves occupied.
Yeah, man. I don't really need to
Animal
see
Crossing.
somebody. Yeah, Animal Crossing. Yeah, if you got Animal Crossing, go ahead and follow me. I'm not playing, man. I got one dude that went ahead and added me, and I wanted to knock them out for their town name. I'm not going to their town name ever again.
Yeah, he didn't even want to show me.
Nah, that shit is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Take this shit serious, man. I'll take that shit so serious, man. If y'all didn't know.
Yeah, that's his name, bro.
That's my game. That's my outreach. Who's in the building? Terminator Tings? Shut the fuck up. Fireblaze is always bugging. Yeah, man. I think that's it. I think that's a wrap.
Whatever your situations are, life is too short. In the meantime, see you guys next live. Take care. Most Precious out. Go follow Most Precious Promotions LLC, like it on Facebook, and Most Precious Promo.
You know what? I'm gonna get Most Precious on the show, man. That's my people's too. We gotta get more. I'm gonna talk to her right now. But I was mad right now. You know why?
No.
She was in the gym.
Recording?
Bro.
Yo.
I'm trying to...
We had to buy these, like... We had to buy 2 30-pound weights.
Yeah.
And we got, like, flexible, like...
they were called resistant bands.
Resistant bands, yeah. Because the gym wasn't open.
Bro, I need to go to the gym. Anyways, shout out to everybody listening. Thanks so much for tuning in to QSJRadio.com. Home of the Unsigned Artist. Exclusive interview. Little A is in the building. He'll probably be in and out some of these shows with me while we deal with the quarantine, man. Quarantine. I know you miss your friends, man. Just make sure that you try to stay in contact with the real ones. This was the song that everybody was talking about. Notes 82 with No Justice on QSJRadio.com.
Yeah, power to the people. Notes 82. I need y'all to listen real close to this. Pay attention.
They'll never catch me slipping. Hands in the air, these cops is really on a mission. Cams on the dash, don't give a fuck about your feelings. Stand your ground, law, you see that shit is meant to kill us. Power to the people, look you slinging, then I'm pitching. Words from my soul, I got an illmatic vision. Big had a dream, Pac really caught attention. Time to give it up, you see the flow is still different. Friends plotting jokes, you see I had to make decisions. Came from the bottom, look the curb is just my vision. Concrete jungle like Nip, I'm more distinguished. Give the people truth and then they'll rip your soul to pieces. Time to give it up, I see the hate is more contagious. Really not concerned cause your mind is more vacant. Lies being told like we still segregated. My give it up vibe, no peace, I'm about to take it.
Yeah, where y'all at? Power to the people, stand the fuck up. We about to riot out here. They doing us wrong out here, man. What y'all gonna do about it? You gonna stand up?
Reality hits you with something about political issues created to get you or leave you on your block with this pistol. Tear through your tissues, won't even shed a tear when they miss you. Society's issue, send us overseas with the missiles. It's time for a breakthrough. Time to take the chains off our ankle. The system can break you. Free because our people was labeled. Dishonor can change you. Have you with the gun at your navel. Now he's disabled. All because his mental is hate you and sipping his Grey Goose. Rather have the mind of an angel. Visions are able. Seems like every cop is unstable. These bullets can take you and wonder why there's blood on your table. The family can break you, leave you in the coma, unstable. They ready to face you. Find out that your brother did hate you and life is a cradle. We'd rather live our lives in the sable. Nothing can break you unless you want the Father to take you. So tell me why we gotta die. Tell me why we gotta cry.
Where the fuck y'all at? We need to stand up for what's right out here. Yeah.
Back to the message at hand. My message, my plan. Bring the streets together. One mission, one stand. I'm really from the ghetto, but a one-man band. I'm all about the struggle, but it's time to give it back. Time to give you truth. Time to give you real. Black Hill Ave. I'm with Nico. Where's your stoop? Cause niggas got a dream, but they scared to get the loot. Brothers hating hard, but they never read a book. Youngins getting high, but that medicine is push. Time to get a job, no excuses, you should look. Your life is like a movie, at the end, death your look. You shook, then look, defeat your Facebook. The world is full of dreams, opportunities, and all. Brothers screaming progress, but we focused on the fall. You're wrong. I see our future's actually strong. I finally see a change, now just listen to this song.
Yeah. I just want to tell my people out there, man, we are done wrong on a daily basis. And you know what? It's time to stand up and do something about it. These cops are shooting people down in these streets of color. And you know what? I don't like it. You shouldn't like it either. So we gonna stand up. We gonna ride out here till everything is done the way it's supposed to be. Notes 82. Shit. New York City is under new management. You heard me?
Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, man. For real, for real. I mean, we tried so hard for a lot of years to bring you the unknown, the unheard, and take it upon ourselves to, how you say, take our grind in another place. And I always wanted to do that. I still remember this one time I joined a record label, and they were young. They all had the same goals. They all had these meetings, and they all didn't know anything about their own insecurities. What was it? I was in the Navy already 10 years. Alex's mom was sick with leukemia. And she also was changing her life and pushing people away and staying close to people she wanted to be close with. And I wasn't one of them. So I had to, I was on the grind heavy because I wanted to make sure I find a way to be sane through this whole time. It was nuts. And I just wanted to be part of something. So here is our meeting. We had one guy very nice with the money. He knew what the goal was. The goal was to make sure that the label made money. They threw their own concerts. I had to be the AP man, which was I had to make sure that we had the social media on point. We had a whole bunch of things. It was crazy. We was just trying to do so much. Flyers, all that stuff. We were investing in a lot. People, and he was an investor, still is, and shout out to him because he's a millionaire. But like I said, there was a lot of other people's insecurities. They didn't think that they were talented enough. And some thought they were too talented, that they were better than the rest. And I don't know how I was guiding myself through this or if I even chipped in enough or did anything, but they looked out for me a lot. Personally, we were friends. We were all friends. We all knew everything good and bad about each other. But our thing was crazy because we had a video guy. We had a radio guy. We had artists. We had a business guy. And we really thought that that's what it was. That was it. And that meeting actually changed the way that I grinded on the QSJ radio tip. Every show that I did until that meeting, I was just showing up to events. I didn't have shows. I didn't have a podcast. I didn't have anything that was recorded. But I had some things online already. I had them. And it was the change was documentation. I needed to leave a path of history. the sweat and tears, the grind, the being on 5-hour energy, the late night 4 or 5 o'clock in the mornings, waking mom up because I had no place to go and I didn't want to drive, the crazy staying over people's homes where I wasn't supposed to be at, and I just needed a spot. And I was all in one city. I was house hopping. And then I realized my own insecurities. Some of the greatest friends' names, all that stuff came out of that. They knew it. I didn't hide it. I talk a lot. I never hid anything. I can actually say I was running a business and I was homeless. I still had money coming in that actually went to my kids. Child support, bills that I couldn't keep up with. So I really didn't have enough to like stay on my feet. It was hard. Yeah, I had fights through the whole thing. This internet shit is not worth it. It's not worth the grind. Sent myself to the hospital twice because of muscle spasms and all this other crazy stuff I was afraid of. And I kind of found myself working harder than artists. And I hated that. I didn't take a hiatus. I had to figure out how to be consistent. I remember meeting Kevin Hart, and he was with a few Knicks. I was in downtown. I did a show real quick. We crossed the street. I didn't know it was Kevin Hart. So Plain has been released about 8 months. So he was becoming a name. It was impossible for me to like shake his hand and just cross the street. And it's exactly what happened. I shook his hand. I said, I love what you're doing. Keep doing your thing. And he said, I appreciate that. And we crossed the street. It was one way out the other. But I put myself in a position where that's where I wanted to do. I wanted to be part of people's journeys. I wanted to acknowledge them as fans and become a friend. Those paths and consistency and not bugging people have led to friendships that'll never go away. I think that when artists don't understand that 5 seconds of you being acknowledged is not real. It's the lifetime before you're gone that counts. It was crazy. So I know the celebrities here in Virginia, but I'm not going to show you pictures because their kids are in it. I know the celebrities in New York, Jersey, and some other places, and I'm not going to show you them because their kids are in it. I should tell you something. I asked the questions. If I had an artist that was doing things, what can we do for them? And the answer 85% of the time is we could talk about a feature or we can bring them to my people. Because until they have a buzz, I can't really fuck with them. I said, okay. That's just, you know, and they always say, that's a crazy ass question, Traffic. It's always somebody like handing me some shit for somebody. But you out here just asking me like, what if? And you know what? Just for that, you family. It's a rough time right now. World don't know what to do. But you as a person don't stop living. There's memories here that I'm living with my children. People that are going to look up to me until I'm no longer part of their life. Fireblaze is asking, what's your thoughts on interviews in general? Well, interviews is a conversation with people. See, you could take the 3 to 4 minutes that you know someone for their favorite song or their highly promoted song. But it gets crazy when you find out that they like space, or they think the world is flat, or that they like cheesecake. It gets different. It gets to that point of humanity, right? Like that consciousness that I know what to do for their birthday. I know them. Artists getting interviews without research. I don't know. So I've had artists come on the air with us once in a while, and they kind of like end up stuck, right? So I don't want them to make them look stupid, so I'll switch the conversation to something crazy or back to their project, which they know more of that than they do the business. But that's a good interviewer, because I don't take interviews for clout. I do that because I like talking and I like hearing. But other people would be like, oh, that was a whack interview. The artist didn't engage. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. My numbers never went up. And that's the fakeness. I'm stepping away from that. I'm stepping away from those people, period. They don't know what they're doing. And they're going to get exposed. I hate it. Next week, I go live with Martu on his show. Let me make sure that this is right. Yep. Next week on the 31st, I go on Martu's radio station. Hopefully, everybody got this shit on lock by then. And we're going to talk, because that's a deep-ass motherfucker right there. He be wildin'. So shout out to everybody who's going crazy because their Facebook Live don't work. Or maybe it's just me. There's two very different girls here. The girl on the left is unhappy, unhealthy, wearing a mask every day, trying to fake it till she made it. Bad choices. Yeah, I remember both. MC Wicks. I just found out MC Wicks is getting a time to go live. The brewery in his town. What the hell just happened? Big shout out to everybody listening. I feel you. I believe what you said the other night. Someone dies, where do they go? They go to the interviews. You know, I have this female friend, and I love her forever. You know, in the way of a friendship, and her name is Lorraine, and Lorraine was my girlfriend in high school, right before I was about to join the Navy and and become like this crazy dad, right? And the reason I say that I'm always love her forever is because she literally lives life in a way that is like super, how do you say it? It's basically like, I think somebody reported me. I think that's what happened. Maybe I gotta turn something down. I didn't get any report buttons though, did I? No, I didn't get no reports. Thank you, Karen Bottom. They support the unsigned artists recommendation. Thank you so much. And the reason I bring her up is because she lives her life through memories. And I can't do that because some of my memories are really bad. And my memories of me, and yes, Fireblaze, she lives her life through high school. And it makes me laugh because I never thought I had a friend like that. I never did. I was like, you're literally living in the 90s. And almost everybody lives their time at where they believe they were the happiest. You're being accepted by everybody. You know, you got good looks, sex appeal, whatever it is. And it makes me just laugh. Because when I talk to her, everything is about high school and when we dated. And I'm like, I don't remember that. And what's crazy is that that's what it was. I didn't live all the time. I blanked out. I zombied. And if I don't zombie, if I zombie out, then I miss everything that just happened. And I stopped doing that for a long time. And I'm always love her for living the way that she does, because even though she might bring up those moments, she's still living in now. And that shit is crazy because I can't put my mind in there. I can't put my mind in those situations where I'm still living then, but now. Nuts. Yep. Just like the homie Fireblaze said. It's the small moments on the daily she has you remember the bigger events. So that she has you remember the bigger events. And you're right. Because I briefly talk about shit. Like, and then the small things don't mean anything to anybody but me. Now I take all the small things because they're all big events. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in with me here on QSJ Radio, on the YouTube page, on the other pages. I'm going to find out what's going on. Probably won't hear from me until Thursday. Gonna take a break. Yay. And move on with these things, man. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. I really appreciate you guys if you really take it safe. Do what you can for the community. I don't know how we can. They don't want us to touch each other. They don't want us to be around each other. But we're going to be. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Homie Unsigned Artist.
We are home to the unsigned artist. If you have other expectations, look elsewhere. We are at war all the time. Our weapon is Madluh.